went to Moscow, he was described to him was a Russian idea for some kind of settlement of the war, and it included carving up parts of Ukraine. Then on Friday, President Trump spoke publicly about what had happened, and he said President Zelensky has to get everything he needs ready because, quote, he's going to have to get ready to sign something, and I think he's working hard to get that done. Well, what is he going to sign? What has been proposed?
Special Envoy Witkov is a special envoy on Russia, and he works with that counterpart. And we work with Vice President, with Secretary Rubio, with Special Envoy Kellogg, and with all team, and Secretary Bassett and others on everything on our bilateral agenda. Now, President Zelensky has been very clear. Ukraine is committed to peace. We will be very constructive in all of our discussions. At the same time, we have to, again, acknowledge the facts. You know, it's Russia that attacked us. It's Russia that illegally occupied Crimea and other territories since 2022. We do have the main Bible of the country, the Constitution of Ukraine, which clearly lists in Article 133 that Ukraine comprises of and says what is it comprised of. Now, we all understand the reality on the ground, and we are ready to discuss, you know, how to end this war, and that's why ceasefire, as a step, has always been so important to stop the killing, something that President Trump has put on the table as early as February.
Right.
So let's stop the killings and let's get to diplomacy. That's something Ukraine always was ready to do.
You're pointing to your constitution because your point is the president can't just give away land. It has to actually go and be considered because of how your constitution.
The president of any country is a guarantor of the constitution.
Vladimir Putin's constitution, though, now has these areas he's annexed from your country in his constitution.
Yes, and everyone knows, and 142 countries at the UN clearly voted that that was illegal, unprovoked move on his part. And the court, as early as March 2022, International Court, has actually told Russia to stop their so-called special military operation and get out from Ukrainian territory.
Russia holds about 22% of Ukrainian territory, I believe, at this point. Is your concern that at this negotiating table in Alaska, Vladimir Putin's going to try to talk his way into further land seizures?
Well, President Putin lied in 2022 that he was not going to attack Ukraine. Then he lied a number of times since 2022 that it wasn't him who bombed Mariupol Maternity Hospital, or it wasn't him who abducts and kills, kidnaps Ukrainian children and everything else. Now, I'm positive that President Trump and everyone here in the United States, and we're so grateful to American people for all the support, they understand that the implications of how this war will end is so much bigger than just about Ukraine. It is existential for us. But the concept of buffer zones or whatever, you know, these outdated old concepts from the previous century, they do not work anymore. The front line in east and south of Ukraine is the front line between evil and good. And the question is when that front line is going to be. Is it going to be on our territory? Is it going to be on our borders? Or is it going to be in Europe and everywhere where it will affect Europe, US, and other? So, you know, we just have to, it's not just about land. It's about the principles and values. And judging by the recent decisions, including the sanctions on India for supporting Russia war machine, including on those sanctions that have been prepared, I am confident that US will be coming from the position of strength, you know, peace through strength, and that will allow us together to find a solution to stop Russia's aggression.
Ambassador Markarova, thank you for your time today. We'll be right back.